the transmission.
All right.
All right, we're back online.
All right. So are you ready to begin?
This looks like a heretic-like.
It
Uh,
isn't.
yeah. I mean, it looks fun,
I
from what I can
I'm
see.
not saying that derogatorily.
Uh,
Looks more like Nightmare Reaper to me.
Well, I know more about Hexen and Heretic than I do about Nightmare Reaper.
All right. Well, are we ready to begin and find out more about
Mm-hmm.
this game?
all right.
Alrighty then. We shall begin in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right. Welcome to the third and final review of the evening. Up this time is Bloodthief. Bloodthief is an ultra-fast melee dungeon runner where you use momentum to parkour through hazardous dungeons and brutally slash through enemies. Speedrun through haunted crypts and castles and learn what dark secrets lie beneath. Right, so a bit of chatter that happened before we came back to do this review is one of my contemporaries remarked that this game looked like Heretic or Hexen. Um, I suppose that is certainly true in terms of the graphics. I'll admit it got me too. Like, I thought this was going to be, a medieval boomer shooter. It is not. It has more to do with Mirror's Edge than it does with Hexen. Like, which makes for a fairly unique gameplay experience, but I'll be honest, one that I absolutely fucking hated. Um, Now, to refresh memories on that, because it has been a good long while since we've actually covered a first-person parkour game. Honestly, I think the last one was Sium, um, Speedrunners from Hell, which was another like first-person parkour or runner game that took inspiration from boomer shooters of yore. Um, but yeah, like I don't like this style of game. I will be completely upfront about that. I've never liked jumping in first person. I've never liked, especially having the challenge to jump in first person. Like, I find jumping with the mouse and keyboard to be kind of awkward. It's doable, but it's not something I like. Other people obviously are going to be different. There definitely seems to be a fairly robust community around this title because its 1.0 release, which was just a few months ago, was once again, that's just the 1.0 release. It was in early access for a few years beforehand. And I watched a couple of developer videos. It turns out that speed running ruins everything, as I have often suspected it has. Because, yeah, when the game went into early access, turns out speedrunners broke this game pretty quickly. So the developer of the title decided to rework the entire game around that scene. So it's a game.
Okay,
it's a
so
game.
it wasn't initially designed for that, but that's what it turned into.
Yeah, I think that explains a few things. Because when you look at this, like, you're not going to click towards a parkour game. Like that, I'm not sure how you get that across in like still shots. Like I get, I guess the best that.
But parkour really had not become a thing yet by when graphics looked like the way they look in this.
No, arguably that you could say parkour was kind of part of Quake. Like, if only because Quake is very bouncy. Quake is the thing that gave us rocket jumping. Like, I know there's some dispute there. Marathon did it first. Like, nobody cares. Like, the point is, Quake and Unreal, especially like Unreal Tournament, had some parkour like elements to it, but I really can't think of a first person parkour game until Mirror's Edge. I'm not saying that didn't exist before that game, but Mirror's Edge was really the main event push for this kind of game. And it really
As far
hasn't
as third-person parkour, Sonic the Hedgehog is a thing, isn't it?
Yes, but yeah, like, I think you can make the argument that Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time was the big title there. Yeah, parkour was certainly a big part of that game.
I know, I'm just trying to do mental damage by calling Sonic the Hedgehog a parkour game.
It's working.
I mean, like, I would kind of agree with you, so it's not working on me. But, well, the point is, like, this kind of game, fairly rare. I brought up the last one we covered, and that was a good number of years ago. So if nothing else, this game can, stands out by the type of game that it is. It's not another medieval boomer shooter. It's not it's not, hey, look, we're Hexen, we're Heretic, we're Blood, we're a 90s FPS game like Graven. That that's the kind of title that this game is initially invoking. But no. So the conceit here is you're a vampire who's going around draining victims. You are the titular Bloodthief. I'll admit that it's an actually clever turn of phrase there. It's something that's vampiric without being overly vampiric, if that makes any sense. Like the blood sucker or something like that.
You still drink the blood, or is it more you are stealing pre-collected blood?
Both.
Ah.
Like, because when you kill your opponents, you drink their blood. And there are also blood vials. This is important because blood powers your special abilities, like your ability to dash towards enemies at great speeds or to slide. I think even your ability to like jump on, like maybe to run on walls. Okay, it's a bit weird because you have two jumps in this game. You have the jump, which allows you to actually parkour in the actual definition of the word. Like, you jump and then you hold down the parkour, the jump button to actually run on a wall. But conversely, you have a wall jump button that is separate from the jump, which allows you to bounce off the walls. Confusing? Yeah, it's a bit confusing. I'm presuming that it was set up like this so they could so they could have some actual parkour while still being able to, I don't know, bounce off the walls. I'll be honest, I found the wall bouncing to be much more responsive than the like the parkour stuff.
And does the
Uh,
wall bouncing require timing, or is it more just a hold, you connect with the wall, you bounce off?
no, you have to time that. Also, you have to bounce off of. You can't like bounce off the same wall again and again. Um, you have to like bounce off and then bounce
No,
back.
it's strictly
But
triangle jumping.
something
No,
like that, yeah.
no Mega Man, no Mega Manning.
You can kind of do that, but eventually you're gonna not be able to do that. It's kind of annoying,
I mean,
if I'm being honest.
the X and Zero and ZX games are well known for the single wall kick climb.
Yeah. And yeah, the point is you're going to be spanning um, great distances with your jumping and also sliding abilities. Sliding is going to be important because that gets you down slopes. That keeps your momentum when you land. Um, and it's also worth noting that movement and getting through the level is the important part. With combat, combat exists in the sense that you have a sword and you get to kill enemies. It's not a dynamic combat system like your actual boomer shooters. Your enemies are just going to run up towards you. And also worth noting, not exactly one hit, one kill, but if you get hit by an enemy, you will be drained of blood. And if you have no blood, you're going to die. Yeah, you're kind of a weak ass vampire, if I'm being honest. Mm. But combat in this game is more of an obstacle than the point of the game. So, that being said, if you're looking for a combat focused game that looks like this, you're spoiled for choice these days. It's like go pick up Wizorb or Wizordium. Sorry. Wizorb is a different
Say,
game.
Wizorb is a very different game, friend.
Yes. Anyway, but it's not necessarily also a straightforward get it from A to B in the sense that it does have the old school secrets in that there are secrets lying about. Instead of wall humping, you've got to be able to get to the place. Or sometimes you have to go down not the proper path. You got 3 passages, you go, say, right instead of forward. Oh, hey, there's a secret. And the secrets get into, I guess, the roguelike elements. Like,
Are the
this game is
secrets
an
so
actual.
plentiful they don't really mean anything?
I'm not sure. I really
Mm,
didn't understand that part.
fair.
Because you gather artifacts, and it's like,
Mm.
they seem like they would change your play style. But the thing is, I couldn't call this a roguelike in the definition of what indies like to call roguelikes because nothing's procedurally generated. It's all hand drawn. It's all handmade stuff here. Like the levels don't change. That's a big old X towards Rogue. And yeah, that's about it.
What is it?
Like,
Just run based, but you can memorize it?
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay, yeah, we used to have a word for that. It's called we hadn't invented saving yet.
I mean, you could it's checkpoint based in that
Okay,
sense.
but like Super Mario Brothers.
Yeah, it is level based like that. It's got 1-1, 1-2, 1-3, that kind of thing. Yeah, it's it's basically Crash Bandicoot style. Yeah, I think honestly, of any game this reminds me of, less Hexen, more Crash Bandicoot. Just this game is a lot faster than that game, but it's as narrow as that. That's the thing that really struck with me. This game is very narrow, which makes sense because it's trying to be a parkour game. And once again, I think as an actual parkour game, it's kind of weak. In the sense that you're running off of walls, it doesn't come across right. Like there's no feedback, and there's no indicators that you're actually running on a wall other than the actual movement across. Whereas you look at something like Mirror's Edge, and you see your legs running on the wall. There's feedback. There's visual feedback there, and it's actually kind of an important thing to sell the gimmick. Now, in terms of fast and frenetic movement, yeah, it's got that down pat, and actually quite excels there. I don't like it, but I think it's good at that thing. So, and also, yeah, very attuned to your getting your time down to and your run down to utter perfection. In order to get on the leaderboards. As I mentioned at the beginning, game kind of got revamped, no pun intended, towards that field. Now, in terms of pricing, this game will clock in at $20. Is this game worth 20? See, I feel like I'm not the person who could answer that because once again, I don't like this game. I don't like this game style. So, yeah, I'm not necessarily going to say $20 is worth it. But I think if you're invested in this
in terms of length and replayability.
Well, in terms of that, and also the fact that there aren't this many games in this style, I think you can get away with $20. It's also like, yeah, that's about the average boomer shooter price. Just don't go in expecting a medieval, because it's many things. It's not that game. Right. So, any other questions, comments, or concerns over Bloodthief?
I think I'm good.
Satisfied.
Oh, I will also say it may be worth buying the soundtrack independently. Really good soundtrack. Really good exercise music. Anyway, so yeah, that'll about do it for not just Bloodthief here, but our reviews. Yeah, it's still weird when we only have 3 of them to do. Anyway, so coming up on the week ahead. Right, so on Wednesday, October 29th, unfortunately, the developer we had lined up had to delay things. Some issues with their game cropped up. And the long and short of it is they're now being interviewed in the new year. And it just happened a couple of days ago. So that means time to dig out a reaction video. And this time around, I'm pleased to announce we're going to be reacting to Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic Sat-AM, Season 1, Episode 1, Sonic Boom. Yeah, so we're going to be looking at the good 1990s.
I was just about to say that. Oh, we're doing the good one.
They're both good at different things. The other one is being good at being an annoying kids cartoon.
Yes, but here's the thing. Sonic Sat-AM is a legitimately good cartoon. Not just like good for what it is or good for a kid's cartoon or whatever bullshit you want to attach to it. It's like, no, this is just a good show.
And like, it's even still good today.
Yeah, like, no. I'm looking forward to this because, it's actual quality program. It's not, hey, look at this garbage thing from the 90s that might not have aged well. Let's point and make fun of it. So, anyway, that's going to be on Wednesday alongside a new episode of Moonhawk Studios Presents. Also worth noting, Kevin should be back this week. He assured, the whole work schedule thing has been resolved. So look for a full crew there. On Friday, October 31st, if this interview hasn't been torpedoed yet, because seriously, we've tried to get this guy on the program about 3-4 times, and every time it happens, every time it comes up, something happens to get it delayed. But barring another issue, we will be having Fernando Dominguez San Martino of Lemon Chili Soft. And we will be finally talking about Super Farming Boy on Friday, God willing. So until next time, I shall wish you good gaming.